and we are back. Just before we go in with the interview, I just read Daniel's comment on how much of of DeRozan's play got KC fired. It's not more so of how DeRozan was playing, but more so how he handled DeRozan. He benched DeRozan in the game 3 with 14 minutes left, the last 14 minutes, which ended up having them making a comeback, which is dope. However, like I said, right, the NBA is a players' league, and therefore you don't bench your star player like that. I don't want to be critical like that, and then that kind of lost, because what was gonna happen is that next year the team wasn't gonna be able to buy into this to the team system and stuff like that. So that's my analysis of your answer to your question.
Okay, well, today we have our special guest, Dream, here today. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Good.
There we go.
So, for the people watching and listening, please explain who you are and what you do.
Well, I like to think of myself as a humble servant, doing what put on earth to do. So basically I do music. I'm also in business too. I do music, songwriter, artist, rapper, singer, producer.
Awesome.
Talk to me about just how your passion for music started.
I would say I was attracted to words when I was little, so I just want to put words together in a kind of like a puzzle, put it and still connect with people. I just see it as a puzzle, telling a story and connecting with this person, connecting with that person. And I always wanted to do that, so I kept listening to some of my favorite artists like Nas, Jay-Z, Kanye West, and I don't know, it just became part of me, so yeah.
Okay, walk us through the beginnings of Norm, the collective.
Yeah.
And what motivated you to found this collective?
Norm is a bunch of artists like myself and creative-minded people coming together for the greater good, I would say. Basically, when I moved into Ottawa 2010, and I started doing music then, but it was just nothing serious. I was not professional after, but I was trying to go around the scene, to see what's up, what's happening. I couldn't get anything, so I found people from class and my experience in Ottawa that do music, so I started linking up with them. Hey, I do this. Spit the rhyme for you, you sing on my song, and we started having this freestyle session on my place back at Lee's, and people just came together and it was just fun. So I started doing Norm. I just called it Norm because just breaking the norm,
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. And we understand Norm, each letter stands for something. So could you please explain to the listeners and viewers what it stands for?
Yeah, it means the N is for noble. Then O is for obligated, R is for resourceful, because we use our brand and things. Then M is for members.
Okay.
Yeah. My question for you is just, what age did you start rapping and singing?
I started 15, 14, but then it was just more so I can get through stuff. My new project, I know we've not reached the question yet, but my new project is about all that. I'm experiencing myself as a kid and where I am right now, and I'm just bringing everything together. So I was saying, when I was a kid, I was just writing songs to get through family stuff, because we're not born with a silver spoon and anything. So I wrote about that. I wrote about my case in school. I was not the favorite person there, Now all my friends in high school were look, you're doing good and stuff. But back then, nobody used to look at me as that person,
Isn't it always like that?
It's always like that.
It's always like that.
I know. When you come to think about it, it's always like that. So, but then you're a kid, so you're not thinking that far. You're just going through stuff and be oh damn, why can't they like me? And shit like that. Yeah, it just got me to where I am today. So I'm really grateful for like all the experience I had. I'm not like dissing anybody. I'm not saying, oh, you know, like go shit on myself or whatever. You know, I'm just like appreciating this moment and happy I'm here. Yeah.
I want to know just a bit about, you know, your last project, right? Break from the Sea.
Oh yeah, that was a good one. I did it with my brother Reginald from Haiti. Shout out to Reginald. It was we're doing shows together, so I was like, you know what, we can collaborate on like a project together. So he had so many ideas. He was like, oh, let's do this, because I know Reggie as like a big idea person, you know. Oh, if you need an idea, go me Reggie, you know. So then I was like, you know what, let's just tone it down a little to like a project about like the ladies, girls. We just write songs and just play it for like our fans and see how they react to it. So we called it Break from the Season because I actually called it Break from the Season because I was working on an album before Break from the Season. So that's why I called it like Break from the Season. To stop on my album and work with Reggie and get out to my album. Yeah.
Speaking of Reggie, he says hi.
Yeah.
And shout out to Norm the Collective.
Yeah. Shout out to Reggie. Sure. And shout out to Norm.
Okay, so I know you kind of already talked about Break from the Season.
Mm-hmm.
Were there any emotions, you know, when you were putting it together? Mm-hmm. Is there anything you can tell us emotion-wise? Like, I don't know, if you discovered yourself emotionally or that kind of stuff?
Speaking of emotion, then I think I got out of a relationship then, so yeah, it played a part. Yeah, I'm not trying to give her credit, but it played a part for that, and it's just like everything you guys do. Like I was sitting down enjoying like the interview. He's really passionate about his basketball.
Yes.
So like it's just expression, you know, like expressing yourself, telling people how you feel and how you think things should be, and just getting feedback and just keep growing. Mm-hmm. So it's like a project that made me really grow. That's like one of my projects that I after I did that, I was like, wow, I think I'm a matured man now, you know?
Okay, yeah. So that kind of ties into the next question. Mm-hmm. So you say that it kind of made you grow. Mm-hmm. Grow in what sense? Like, what did you discover about yourself?
I discovered that like all this while I was just hiding my emotions behind the music, and when I did that, I'm like, you know what? You can be whatever you want to be. You don't care what people think, and just keep. And since I started doing that, like I've had like a lot more result than before. I was just like hiding behind the music. Oh, I'm the artist, the producer. But like I did Break from the Season with Reggie, and it just made me like want to talk to people, like talk to like real estate agents and talk to like everybody, not just artists. And
yeah.
So like.
In a sense, it made you, is that what we would say, a more humble person?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
My question for you is just overall in terms of like just emotions, mm-hmm. and just finding yourself, seeing where you were.
Yeah.
Just bring it back to when you're recording these songs and you're saying you're out of a breakup. Mm-hmm. Did it hurt recording some songs?
Definitely did.
And was it hard for you to finish? Were there some songs you had to put on pause?
Yeah, definitely. One of the songs there was called Empathy. I wrote it before I met Reggie, you know, and that was just before we broke up. So I was like writing the song about how I expressing myself and stuff like that, and then we broke up, you know. So time to record it. I didn't know whether I want to record like that song on the album, but I found the courage to do it, and it was nice. And Reggie, like he always helps. That's like my brother for life, you know. He always helps. So when he heard the song, he didn't even care about like whatever. Like, we just give me the energy. I'm like, okay, let's do it, you know. So it was fun. It was fun. It was like a really fun project. I will definitely do something with him in the future too.
Yeah. So we hear that you have a new project underway.
Yeah.
What can you tell us about it?
It's called Magnificent. I struggled for the name, like, but I got the name around January and stuff. I was writing like about everything I'm experiencing as a black man, as an immigrant, also as an educated person. So, because like there's this perception, oh, you have a degree while you're a rapper. Why don't you do this? Why don't you do accounting? Why don't you? I can do all that stuff too, and I still choose to rap, you know. So I'm just trying to like give people my point of view, and especially we're so close to the States too. So like everything that happens there, like it's like a direct reflection to us. Like I said, I really love the show. I've been a fan of the show, and I'm also a fan of like other people in Ottawa like speaking up, providing platform. Because I feel like Ottawa, as a city, I might be wrong, doesn't have like an original identity.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
You're right.
Me putting out this album is just like to give Ottawa something that they can relate to. It doesn't sound anything like Drake, like Toronto, or like anything like in the States. It sounds like me, and it sounds like normal. And I think everybody's gonna enjoy it because I took my time to like select the songs. I have like pop songs there, like,
Okay.
and I think it's gonna be interesting.
My question for you is just this project. Is it almost done? Is it completed?
Yeah, it is.
And my question for you is, finishing this project, where are you emotionally now? How do you feel?
I feel free. I actually feel free. It feels really good to like do something. This is the project when I started recording like my mixtape days, like 2014. I think that's when I met you. This was what I was trying to do, but I couldn't like do it. And I believe in God, and I have a feeling that God has like a reason for me to go through all that, for me to achieve this. And I'm really grateful I went through all that. But this is it, and it's just 8 songs. It's just 8 songs, but those 8 songs, man, like I feel you can learn a lot from those 8 songs if you like listening to the songs.
Do you feel artistry nowadays is a bit more, I would say, not about per se how you feel in the track, how you put in the lyrics, or is it more about a perception of, you know, Gucci, Prada, just swagging out? Do you feel like nowadays there's authenticity?
I would say I agree with you. I think nowadays it's just like if you're popping, you're popping. But I think we all at the end we all still see like the truth. When J. Cole came out with his album, everybody was like, J. Cole, J. Cole, J. Cole.
And for me now, it's really just once you're done this project, you're done this project now. You're gonna probably, you know, go into like doing some tours, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
When you go back for your next project, how do you disconnect from the past like this one?
That's a very good question. The first thing I do is no disrespect to any artist there, because I'm not trying to disrespect anybody on their craft. Like, you're making money, I'm just like expressing myself to how I feel. So with that being said, when I go back to the next project, I don't listen to anybody. I just focus on my feelings, my emotions, what I have to talk about. Because I did Almost Home Volume 2. I love the project, but I won't say it's my best work. But I was like very, very emotional on that project because I was talking about like things that are happening in the States, like just everything. And there was like a cop, because like we might not know what happens in the States is like slowly coming into Canada. Like if you pay attention, there was 2016. I think somebody died from police brutality in Ottawa. That's Ottawa. This Ottawa we're talking about, you know. So that really got to me. And Almost Home, like the last mixtape I released, a lot of stuff was about that, you know. So then I remembered I would just like write whatever is on my mind and just put it out there and see how people react. People loved it. But this one, I think I'm in a better place, but you never know, right? You might go back to that. And
what do you mean better place?
I think I'm in a better place in like learning that things happen for like a reason, and appreciating life, you know. Just like the smaller things, you know. Taking care of your friends, being there for them, being there for your family. And I like when I because before as an artist, I'll be really honest with you guys. Before as an artist, I was like, oh, I do this, do this, do this. Open for blues fest, do the show, open for touring. That's all I was focused on. But now I'm just more like,
More humble.
yeah, and I want to like impact people like one-on-one, not just like in a group. Like I have like conversations with business people, and like we can have like discussion, mature discussion of like me as an artist, what I have to do, and you as like a real estate person or a marketer, what you have to do, you know. So I just feel like we are all connected now, and I just want to keep doing that, you know. Because if I'm bitter and I'm just like bringing like a negative vibe to like the next person, and I don't think it's like the right way to do it anymore. So we're talking about so like I said, I'll focus on my emotions and I just release it out. But right now, my emotions, I feel like I'm in a much better place. So I feel I'm gonna just talk about like more great things.
Oh, like happy things.
Yeah.
You're done with the girl now.
Is there a new girl? Is there a new girl?
Oh yeah, actually I have a new girl.
There we go. There we go.
That's why he's in a much better place.
I have a new girl.
Good.
There we go.
So where can everyone find you on social media? Where can they listen to your music?
Social media, it's Dream on Instagram. That's my most active on social media. You can find me on Facebook too. I talk every now and then there. And the project is going to be on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play Music, and I want to put it on SoundCloud, but like there's this image right now on SoundCloud, like the SoundCloud rapper. I'm not shitting on anyone, but like you put something on SoundCloud and they'll just assume you have face tattoo, yeah, this and that. I'm not trying to get that associated with my brand, you know. So I'll just do like the Spotify and that, which is free for most people these days. So you can actually.
Well, technically you pay $10 a month for that.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
not
that's true. That's true. I'm sorry, but yeah, if you want to get it, I have my launch actually. We're just talking about so many things, so I forgot to promote the.
Well, yeah, you can promote it if you want, for sure.
Yeah, I have my launch next Saturday. The album is next Sunday. So magnificent. I brought free tickets for you guys, so I would love to see you guys there, and I also brought a gift for you guys to like appreciate what you guys are doing for artists like us in the city. So
It's so nice looking.
Let me see this.
yeah, so
That's
I have
cool.
4 tickets.
Oh wow, 531 Sussex Drive.
Yeah.
Okay. How do I got a dress?
I would say semi-formal.
Okay.
But most importantly, try to be you, you know?
Okay.
There's no pressure, just dress comfortable and
Tell me about this. Now you got me in another. Like, I know we gotta wrap this up, but like you got me in another vibe now. So when we go to a listening party, I've never really been. I've been to some rappers that are like more like in the South type listening parties. So is there gonna be food?
yeah, there's gonna be food. There's gonna be food. There's gonna be veggie options and regular food, regular African food. Let me say it that way.
Oh, nice.
African food.
And then we listen to the album from the top to bottom. That's right.
That I'm not sure we're gonna do. I'm gonna perform songs of the album for the first time, and I'm gonna have other artists performing their craft. So it's like a showcase, but I'm just releasing my album on that platform.
Okay.
You're gonna have time to like listen to the album when you get home, and they're gonna be playing songs off the album for sure. And I'm gonna be talking about the album, but I just want people to have a good time, you know. I don't just want to play my album, the 8 songs there, and everybody's like,
This is amazing.
yeah.
And how long is it gonna go for? Is it gonna be like all night, like until like 1, 2 p.m.?
It's 7 till 10.
Okay.
So it's 7 till 10. We're there till 2, so we can talk to anybody. Anybody
Oh,
wanna know
okay.
what? Yeah. Wanna know
Okay,
what
so like
to
the
talk to
stuff
me.
about the album is 7 to 10.
Yeah.
But then you're gonna be there like all night. Okay, perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. This was not
problem.
expected at all.
No problem.
Very nice of you. Do you have any like last words?
Yeah, do you have any shout outs you want to give?
Definitely, I want to thank God for this project, and I also want to thank my family for supporting me. I want to thank my mom I want to thank Andre, my sound engineer, because he's so amazing, and I just sent him the project, and he just had like a good vibe, and he started going for it, and we're just exchanging ideas about WhatsApp, and it was great. So I want to thank him for helping me with the album too, and I want to thank you guys, and the fans, of course, and everybody listening. So yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much for coming by today for the interview.
Problem,
We're happy you
problem.
came.
Not a problem.
So guys, that was the interview with Dream from Norm. Hopefully you enjoyed it. We're going to take a short break and we'll come back with the rest of the podcast.